Hello, everybody. Come in. Hey, y'all. Not gonna be on here long. Just wanted to come on for a couple of minutes. Please let me know where you're watching from as you come in. I'm getting ready to eat. Have some lunch. Hello, everybody. Hello, 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 hello. Hello, everyone. Give you all a couple of minutes. I'm killing this gum. I'm tearing this gum up. This gum funeral gonna be later on today because I'm tearing it up. Listen, I know a lot of people have been blowing me up about the excerpt of a police report that has been released. Well, let me say this. That is old. Okay? It wasn't released. Let's be very, 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 very clear. ShanquellaRobinson's death is being investigated as a homicide. It's not being investigated as alcohol poisoning. It's not being investigated as her having a heart attack. It's not being investigated as her having a seizure. It's not being investigated as anything else other than murder. It has been investigated as a homicide. Let's be very clear. First of all, who the fuck, what kind of doctor stay in a room trying to save somebody's life for 3 hours? I mean, Mexico is a third world country. You do know in Mexico, people can, give me money, they can buy their way out. Some people are very cheap in what they would take, to let things go, $1,000 in American money over there would be a lot of money, Ooh, it's cold. Ooh. So first of all, what type of friends see their friend, unconscious, deceased, or, and the doctor is saying, we need to get her to a hospital, and y'all say no? I mean, even as a medical professional, even as a medical doctor, even as a doctor, I mean, first of all, who are they to say you shouldn't save this young lady's life? And to be quite frank with you, the medical examiner could have went along with what the report said. The medical examiner could have said, hey, it was alcohol. They called the police. Okay. They called for help, allegedly, and said that, she had drank too much alcohol. Okay. Well, the medical examiner said that she was beat. She had a broken neck. She had a broken spine. And she had knot on her head, eyes swollen, lip busted. And then they told the Mexican police that it was alcohol. And they also told them that it was no altercation. Now a video has come out. It shows that there was an altercation. And as a result of the injuries at the hand of those who put their hands on her, murdered her. She died as a result of their actions. Well, let me tell you something, ho. If you don't like what the fuck I got to say, then have a good day. You don't have to sit over here. You watching me, bitch. I'm not watching you. The fuck? You watching me. I ain't watching you. Like I said, at the end of the day, I'm sorry, sometimes I got to, but at the end of the day, this was murder. This report, baby, that's old. Okay, they had the opportunity to look at that report before they even came out and said it's murder. Obviously, it doesn't add up. Obviously, the report that you all are seeing now, that we're seeing now, obviously doesn't matter. Okay, for the simple fact that this is a murder investigation. Okay, people lie on police reports all the time. They falsify police reports all the time. At the end of the day, ShanquellaRobinson was beat, and the medical examiner said that she had a broken neck and a severed spinal cord. Okay, and at the end of the day, she had bruises on her face. Now, I don't know how the Times, I don't know anything about the Times and how all of that stuff. I mean, I don't understand how they pronounce the dead at 5 and then the medical examiner, saying at 3, and stuff is just different. I'm not a medical expert. I'm not a professional. But what I can say is that the medical examiner did not go off of the police report. Obviously, the medical examiner didn't even bring up the police report. The medical examiner, I mean, nothing that the medical examiner said in the autopsy is on the police report. And then, with the Nazir guy, I'm still trying to understand, how is it that all of these people are doing all of this and they're trying to save her, they're trying to do this, but yet you out by the pool at 4:26 talking about Quella, get up. I mean, I honestly feel as though they beat her, and then Khalil made the call to tell the family that she was resting and that she was throwing up and that she wasn't feeling good. And then they bought enough time and then called 911 or called the doctor, and the doctor came over and they tried to bring her back and they tried to resuscitate her. They tried everything they could. Then, he then calls back again and, tells the family they're over here trying to resuscitate her. I feel as though that after they beat her, they didn't know what to do, so they had to set it up. They had to plan it. They had to figure out what to do. And like the dad says, one of them called back over in America to try to find out what they should do. I honestly believe that they are going to jail. This police report does not exonerate any of them. For one, they lied. Okay, they said it was alcohol poisoning. It wasn't alcohol poisoning. They told the Mexican authorities that. They wrote statements and said that. They said it wasn't an altercation. I mean, there's bruises on her head, and then you got this rapist, Nazir Wiggins, fondling with her, talking about he's rubbing her head and playing Summer Walker. I mean, are you serious? Like, are you serious? Is to me, I mean, this has been out. Okay, this report is nothing new, y'all. The police been known about this report. We just now seen it. Okay, they've been known about the report. They've been known what the police put in the report. They've been known. They known all of that. They've been known all of that. This is nothing new. This is a homicide investigation. Okay, authorities are investigating the murder of ShanquellaRobinson. Just so in case anyone forgot about that, this is a murder investigation. Her death has been investigated as a femicide. Okay, and even if the police report is half true, because I don't believe the police report. That's my opinion. You all have other opinions. You don't have to believe it. But in the line of work that I do and the things that I've seen how the police can lie. I've seen how, especially in Mexico and, countries like Mexico, Tier 1, you can pay them to make stuff go away. I mean, these are third world countries. They don't have a judicial system set up like we do. So it's like you can money talks to them. Money talk, bullshit walk, right? You can pay them to do anything. It's no telling what they did to try to cover this up. And then if any of the police report is half true, why didn't y'all come out and say anything? Why didn't y'all come out and say anything? I mean, why didn't you come out and say anything. I'm just confused. Why did you all change your phone number? Why did you all run? Why did you all go to different states? I mean, why are you all running? Why are you running? And then you think about it, from what I've seen, Shanquella was the only one that was posting about the trip. It's like I haven't found, and no one has sent me, unless I'm missing it through all of the messages, no one has sent me anything of anybody else posting about the trip. Like, there's no birthday decorations. I mean, they did just enough to make it seem like they did just enough to show her. It seemed like, you know, that, okay, she's over here for a party, but like, there's no decorations throughout the house. There's nothing that shows that they're over there for a birthday party. It seems like that they planned all of this out. They lured her over there. They tried to get her over there. And it's just weird. Like, the only videos I've seen of anything about them being in Cabo, other than the video that was released of Malik recording it, is the fight, is only videos that I've seen from Shanquella's phone. I haven't seen no other videos from anybody else. Like, if we're going over to, oh, it's Dejanay's birthday, hey, we in motherfucking Cabo, we in Cabo, bitch, we about to turn up, it's my motherfucking sister's birthday, she turning the big 26, but bitch, we got the pool, that nice ass house. And you mean to tell everybody that stay in a nice ass vacation home, a villa, or Airbnb, you know, so I mean, I just feel like you will be posting stuff. I don't know. I haven't seen any other videos other than from any of them on social media, other than the videos that Quella posted. All right, I haven't. I'm not saying there aren't you know, there aren't any out there, but I hadn't seen any. And so it just feels like that. I don't know. It just seems like that. And then the video in the house, I mean, how you go from I'm gonna keep it hot to a bathing suit. I mean, that don't even sound right. That don't even sound right. I mean, all of it's just weird. All of it's just weird. And Shanquella is going to get justice. Okay? Like, I mean, I don't know. I don't know. It's all weird, but don't get distracted. This is a murder investigation, and no one is cleared. The police has not cleared anyone yet. Okay? When the police clear people, I'll start clearing people. Okay, but at this point, everyone is guilty in my book, and everyone should be held accountable and charged with whatever role they played. It's easy for someone to be somewhere and manipulate the facts, to get online and manipulate the facts, you know. But the time frame that Nazir put out, and the time frame of this police report, and the time frame of what the medical examiner's report said, it just doesn't seem right. And I really want to know the exact time that Khalil called the family, or what have you. And I just don't have that information. And when I spoke to the family earlier on, you know, when I first got involved, you know, I don't think they remember the exact time because it was so far away from it, you know. But this is a murder investigation. And this isn't new. This report isn't new. I don't buy the report. I just don't believe a doctor would stay in a home for 3 hours to save somebody. Y'all believe that? And we talking about a third world country. We talking about what you can pay to get your ass back across this border. and you can pay to get yourself out of this shit. Y'all believe that? And then why would you, if the doctor is saying we need to get her to the hospital, why do y'all want to get her to the hospital? Because the hospital was going to find out, you know, when they did CAT scans and rent that, you know, she had a broken neck and she had a severed spinal injury. That don't come from no alcohol poisoning. I mean, and I feel like you would know when you got alcohol poisoning, but I'm just trying to understand who the fuck, nah. I ain't never heard no shit like that. I ain't never heard no shit like that. I ain't never heard no shit like that. Doctor standing up 3 hours, then y'all talking about no. Y'all suggested. See, it's certain shit I don't believe in, and certain shit I do believe. Like when they told her no, let's not get it. I believe that. I believe that for the simple fact that they lied about what happened. If that was the case, y'all would have came to the house and said, Miss Salamandra, we was drinking. You know, Shanquella started twirling. She started acting weird, and she was falling out over everywhere. And, you know, she hurt herself. And, you know, like y'all would have came out and told the truth if the truth was in you. Like if something really genuinely happened where you genuinely didn't do anything, you would have told the truth. But now that it's kind of like God allowed what really happened to come out before the lies start to come out. You get what I'm saying? Like if this report would have came out before the autopsy report would have came out, or the video would have came out, it would be a little bit more believable, right? But the truth, what really happened, came out before this bullshit came out. And at the end of the day, I don't believe a doctor is going to stay there trying to resuscitate somebody for 3 hours. And then I'm trying to figure out, well, I thought the maid found him. I mean, it's just, it doesn't add up. And I just feel like that if they were genuinely innocent, they would have told the mom and the dad what genuinely happened. But because they knew they had fought her and they knew that they had beat her and they were trying to kill her, you know, they just didn't know what to do. So they said, well, let's just say she drunk alcohol, you know, let me call the mom and whatever, and buy enough time and then call them and have them come over there, you know. So he had to set it up. He couldn't just call and say, the doctor over here resuscitating Shanquella. What? Huh? What you mean? Y'all just got out here. What? So he had to set it up. She's not feeling good. She's laying down. She's throwing up. Okay, so at what point was she laying down? I mean, at what point was she laying down? If the call got there and the doctor 2:16, the doctor got there an hour later. I mean, at what point was she laying down? Was she laying down at 1:12? I mean, because we can see that early in the morning from the video of Dejanay assaulting her, that it's still early morning. So we can see that it's still morning outside, still bright. It's still like sun rising. I mean, you know, it's still early in the morning. So we don't know the exact time that was, you know, that, you know, they were in there fighting. Only they know, y'all. Only they know the real times. They know the real time. Only they know the real time. Only they know what really happened. And as long as they stick together, they think they're getting away from it, but the ancestors is not going to let them get away with it. The universe is not going to let them get away with it. God is not going to let them get away with it. But y'all call it 2:16, then the doctor comes at what, an hour later or whatever, and hour later, I mean, 3 hours there, what? I mean, I'm just trying to understand, like, how long was she, quote unquote, laying down before y'all made the first call? I mean, it couldn't have, I mean, you know what I'm saying? To me, it seemed like that y'all probably lay her just, you know, put her in the bed or something, or propped her up somewhere and let her sat there, you know, until y'all try to figure out what was going on. Because you remember, one of y'all called back and asked what to do. So, I mean, I don't know. But like I said, the excerpt, that's only an excerpt. That's a lot of excerpt too, right? The excerpt only, that's old. And when I say old, not saying like, oh, what I'm saying is that the police has already read it. They've already seen that. They know that's not true. That's why that's why her death is being investigated as murder. They know it's not true. That's, this is just something that the media has gotten and put out. It's another story. It's the more money for them. It's another way to add to not knowing what really happened to the public. It's the media's job, to inform the public on, things like this. So, especially in this case, been high profile, but it's old. This is a murder investigation. It's a murder investigation. Let's be clear. That excerpt from that police report does not clear anyone. Okay? Because they originally and initially lied and said it was alcohol poisoning. And then lied and said it was no altercation. They are liars. And they should go to jail. And y'all gonna be next if you go on over there to Mexico. Go on over there if you want to. Because it's giving me very much. You can come to Mexico and you can kill someone and go back to the United States and get away with it. And Mexico don't want to lose their tourist dollars. They don't want to lose that money. So, I mean, I'm just trying to understand, why no warrants have been issued yet for the United States to pick up these criminals and send them back to where the crime has been committed at. I mean, why would a doctor say we need to get her to the hospital? And he's like, no. I mean, I just feel like that they can pay. I mean, Mexico is a country where you can pay anybody. You can pay money to get out of stuff, y'all. Come on, man. Wake up. Pay attention. Pay attention. Pay attention. You go over there and kill somebody. You got money, you pay me. You gonna pay me. I'm not saying that's what happened, but I'm just saying, like, I just don't believe a doctor stayed with her 3 hours in a house, 3 hours trying to save somebody's life without getting them to the hospital. No. And then the friends, the friends, they talking about, let's take her to the hospital. We need to get her to the hospital. They're like, no. It sounds like, to me, you the doctor working for them. It sounds like they done paid you some money to treat her here. So it seems like that we done gave you this money. We're not taking her body to the hospital. And all while in their mind, because they know if she goes to the hospital, the doctor's going to find some other stuff. So it's like, your job as a Khalil should have been calling saying, hey, Mom, they want to get Shanquella to the hospital. We're not her next of kin. I need you to talk to them or whatever, to give permission or whatever the case. I mean, stop acting like y'all didn't know what to do. Stop. If that was the case, if it really happened like that, stop acting like that y'all so fucking innocent. Y'all ain't innocent at all. Chill the fuck. Stop. Chill out with that. Y'all not innocent at all. So anyways, y'all, I just wanted to come live and just address that a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Treat her right here. You work for us now, doctor. You ain't taking her out this house. You know what I'm saying? They didn't want to make the death obvious. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, we just murdered her and we concealing a dead body. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I kind of feel like that Shanquella was a dead man walking and she didn't know that. But they all did. And justice for her. And justice for her dad, and justice for her sister, justice for her mom, and justice for her entire family, and justice for anyone in this world, that is following this case, and this has touched you, in ways that is unexplainable. And we all should be grieving for this family, because your mother could have been grieving over you. Many times you've been to Mexico, many times you've been with people, frenemies, and things like that, but this police report, this excerpt from this police report, baby, they already know about that. This ain't nothing new. This is just our first time seeing it. This is a murder investigation. This is not an alcohol poisoning investigation, y'all. This is a murder investigation. And I just wanted to come on to make that clear to y'all what kind of investigation it is, and just in case you forgot. All right, y'all. Later.